y'all doing today? Okay, so today I'm coming at you with an updated review on an oldie but a goodie that's still available, but they've just changed the model some, changed the look of the model. Is that right? Did I say that right? Anyway, it's the Artsy MM in the old model, okay? So if you've been to my channel, then you know I have a couple of videos, probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 already of the Artsy, and I have like mixed reviews, mixed feelings, and honestly, I didn't expect to have it again, but it's actually on consignment. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do an updated review, number one, because I have a better camera and I have lighting. And also I've just matured a little bit in the way of doing reviews and trying to see things from like, you know, bird's eye. So here we go. So let me give you the measurements. You know, probably already, this is a big mama. Okay. It's a big hobo, arm carry, hand carry mama. Okay. So at the bottom, she is 16 inches wide. Okay. Now if you lay her down and she's all flat, at the widest point, so in the middle, she's about 19 inches. And then at the top, okay, so here's what we got at the top. If you're measuring from here to here, you have 15 inches. But if you're measuring the distance that you have, not the distance, but the length that you have to actually get into the bag, it's 12 inches. And so what I mean by that is, like, I actually measured from where the little grommet is. So I measured grommet to grommet. So, and because that's the actual true, like, you know, area that you have to get into the bag. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference in 16 inches at the bottom and then 12 inches of access to get into it. Again, it's 15 inches if you're measuring from the actual end of the bag to the end of the bag. But as far as what you have to get into the bag without this handle and stuff, grommet to grommet, you've got 12 inches. And then she is 12 inches tall. And then, okay, so the depth is a little tricky. I didn't actually just measure, you know, the seam. I actually measured kind of like where it curves, where it bends to where it bends. And that was about 8.5 to 9 inches deep. And so, of course, when you sit it, you know, again, she's a hobo. So when you sit her on the table, there's a lot more room available, you know, for this bag for you to fit a bunch of stuff in. And then 6-inch handle drop. Okay. What I wanted to say too is you can see that kind of looks deceiving, looks like the bag tapers up, and you know, it does a little bit, but it's kind of like the other bag I did. I forgot which one it was. Just recently I did a bag where I said it's the piping. I think it was the Estrella. So the piping on that bag, it looks like that the entire bag, like, you know, tapers up. But it actually doesn't. If you just take your eyes off of the piping, so in this case, if you take your eyes off of the fold of this canvas, there's not a whole lot of tape. I mean, like, the bag is still, it doesn't taper much on the inside, okay? Like, it's still really roomy. Okay, so you guys know, again, this bag's been around for a long time, and there's already tons of videos on it, so I'm not really gonna, you know, give you any information that you probably don't already know. It has this really nice, classy, braided handle. That's one of the things that I really like about it. And she's thick, okay? She's thick. And this bag actually has a little, you know, she's nice and warm. So she's got, you know, she's bendy. You know, I've seen videos where people say they like it on your shoulder. I have people that say they don't like it on your shoulder. I mean, you know, I guess it just depends. I mean, honestly, because this is a big bag, after a while, it is going to get heavy, and like on my bony shoulders, it will hurt after a while, of course, because I'm very guilty of putting, you know, like loading it up while I'm out and about. Like, my normal stuff that I carry isn't so much heavy, but when I'm out and I'm throwing in, you know, water bottles and stuff like that, and even like a sweater, then it does get kind of heavy. Okay, so on the inside, I have a towel in here right now. Okay, so on the inside, it's that really pretty, oh, there's paper. The Alcantara. The lighter colored Alcantara, which is nice because, you know, because the bag is so slouchy and hobo-ish, if it had a dark interior, it would be a little bit harder to see what's going on in there. And then tons of organizations. That is one of the things I like about this bag. So on the one wall, you've got a huge, all right, you know this, guys. You've seen this video. You've seen these videos before. There is a huge zip pocket, okay? And it is very roomy. It is so roomy that it will fit a full-size wallet. In my case, it'll be the Zippy organizer, which is just a teeny bit bigger than the traditional Zippy or than any traditional full-size wallet. And I do have a comparison on my channel. So if I wanted to have extra security for my wallet, my organizer will fit in there because, as you probably know, there is not an official closure on this bag, okay? There's no clasp, there's no magnetic button, there's no snaps, there's no zippers, no anything. But because the bag is taller and everything just kind of sinks to the bottom, I feel like just that in and of itself makes the bag secure. You know, you don't really have to worry about, I don't know, you know, things falling out really, because there's so much room. Anyway, okay, so I have the big organizer wallet in that pocket, and so that way I can zip it up. So if I am out and about and I want to take this bag, you know, with me or whatever, then I don't have to worry about, I don't mean out and about, I mean like if I'm out and about in a big crowd and I'm worried about security, I can go ahead and stick my wallet in here. I don't really care about that normally. Like, I'm not really big on closures. I don't, even if they have zippers, I usually don't zip them, only when I'm traveling, in which case I usually don't use my daily bag, and so I downsize anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so under the zipper, okay, so under the big zipper, you've got the 3 generous organization pockets there. And then on the other wall, you have 3 more pockets. So you've got 6 pockets, and they're not the old cell phone pockets. Like, they are nice, decent sized pockets. So there is a ton of organization, and that is one of the things I like about it, because like I said, I have mixed feelings. When I very first, in fact, I think the very first video on my channel, if I'm not mistaken, is me opening an Artsy. And I was so excited, and you know, whatever, I was super excited about it. And I used it, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. I think part of it was because I was, you know, new to Louis Vuitton, and so carrying something that was so, in my opinion, flashy, for me, I mean, I can remember, okay, never mind, I'm not gonna turn it into a personal story. Okay, anyway, has really nice hardware on it, chunky hardware. I know that they did, you know, something with these rings so that it wouldn't, because you know, before the other ones would tarnish because the leather strap would rub against the hardware and it would turn, you know, make the leather turn a color. I think they've rectified that. And so that is, you know, that's taken place on this one. If I remember right, and maybe another bag I'm thinking of, the Galeria. Anyway, okay, I don't know exactly for sure. And then you have this hanging charm, which is actually a keychain, but when I did carry mine, I actually took it off because I was worried about it getting caught on something. I am so fearful of, like, that's one of the reasons I don't like the Neverfull, because I'm always afraid that those little end straps are going to get yanked off, and I just cannot, I'm not okay with spending a good chunk of money on a bag and then having something like that happen. Like, I would be just completely devastated. So anyway, all right, so let me just finish putting my items in here. So you already saw I have my organizer wallet there in the side wall, and then I have lots of little things, and so all these little pockets are perfect for that. So the first thing, okay, I'm using my Macassar Torres right now, and so I already have to kind of downsize some of the things, although it does have pockets, so it's good. So my tissue holder, I can put that in one of the interior pockets here on the side, maybe. Okay, and then y'all know Mama likes to carry this room spray because I'm out and about a lot, and I don't like going into funky bathrooms without my spray. Okay, so I'll put that in another pocket along with my burnt bees, because those are things that I get to a lot. So I'm going to put them in the same pocket, actually. And I did have my hand sanitizer, but I think one of the kids ran off with it. Okay, so I got my meds. I can put that in another pocket over there on the side. Again, I have 6 pockets to choose from. And then I have my little pen case. It's handmade. I guess, well, yeah, okay. I was going to say it might stick out too far of the pocket, but it really doesn't. So I actually like that, because sometimes this thing gets kind of lost. And then another pocket I'm going to use for my reader's case, okay? Because this is one thing that, you know, especially in this bag, it would just get kind of thrown around and crush, and I don't want my readers to get crushed. So I'm going to stick this in. Oh, and see, that's perfect too. I don't know if you can see. It doesn't. Here, wait, hold on. Can you see? Right, yeah, it doesn't stick out too far. Okay, now because I'm using the Torres, I switched out of the Truce 18. I think in my last video I was telling you, yeah, the Speedy 40. I didn't need to downsize to a smaller pouch, and so I had taken everything out of this and put it into the Truce 18. And so that's why I'm using this smaller pouch now. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? I just got confused. I was using the Truce 18, and then when I decided to use the Torres, I had to downsize to this because the Torres isn't quite as big. And so that's why I've been using it. But if I'm going to use this bag, I'm probably, and I may even have to keep it like that because, you know, honestly, this bag is already a little on the heavier side when it's empty. It's really going to be heavy if I'm carrying Truce bags. So I'm just gonna leave this one as it is, it's fine. And then my accessory pochette, okay, this is the old model. And then I do have my calendar. It's not a bulky calendar, but you can see it's just big. And so I'm gonna have to put this down to get that in there. Now, one thing I did bring down here with me was a tablet. So you can just see that it would fit a tablet. This is it's 10 by 7. So this would fit in here. It's gonna make the bag heavy, but it definitely would fit in here, no trouble. And so let me show you everything that I got in here. Okay, the handle's in the way, you can't see it. There. Oh, that tablet is beeping at me. Okay, she doesn't like what I'm doing. All right, anyway, everything's kind of falling over, but you can see on this side, okay, I've got the calendar, the tablet, and then the accessory pochette and the envelope pouch all side by side. Nothing is being stacked on each other. And there's still plenty of room. Like, nothing is having assigned spots. I could throw this stuff in here if I had to. Let me flip it over to this side so you can see. Okay, yeah. And so remember, I still have my wallet in that zipper pouch. I might just leave my zipper wallet in that pouch, not because I'm concerned about security, but just because it might be easier to get to if I leave the wallet in there, because I like to also have receipts and everything like together, so I can just put all that together. And so the final thing that I wanted to show you that I do like to carry around, or at least throw in my bags, is water. And so this is actually one of the bigger bottles. It's the only one I had upstairs, but you know, definitely would fit over here on the side. Okay, so because I have the pockets, I have the readers in the one pocket, and then I have some other stuff in the other pocket. It makes the pockets, you know, bulge out. And so this is not fitting exactly. I'm gonna have to just, there, okay, that's fine. I just couldn't put it in there without having to put the bag down. So that's what I wanted to mention. Okay, it's coming back to me now on some of the other videos that I did on the Artsy. The thing about this bag is, it's hard, to me, it's kind of a pain to get in and out of on your shoulder or while it's on your arm. This is a bag that that's best to get in and out of if you're setting it down. Because if you have it on your shoulder, okay, obviously if it's fine on your shoulder, but you can't, because there's only the one, you know, handle, you can't, and it's so tall, and the bag, even though it comes up like this, your stuff's down here, you know, like from here down, and so you can't really, like, and now if I put something in one of those pockets, I might be able, maybe, see, I can't, and so this annoys me. That's one of the things that annoyed me about the Artsy, is that I just couldn't. So if I was doing this, I mean, I was trying to get into it, going, oh crap, where's my keys? You know, all this stuff. Even if I have the keys in a pocket, I can't get to the pocket easily while the bag's on my shoulder. I have to put the bag down and then open it up, you know, here. I have to open it up like this, and then I have to get out what I need. Now, if that's not something that bothers you, you know, like having to put the bag down, then fine, it's perfectly fine. But for me, I do like bags that I can access from my shoulder, at least right now. I kind of go through seasons, you know, like sometimes I don't care, and then I do care, and right now I care. So the other thing is, if you have it on your arm, dang it, I meant to get my stool over here. If you have it on your arm, let me move this down here so you can see. But, okay, yeah. Now, if you have it on your arm, you can obviously get into it this way. So if you're used to carrying, and honestly, I don't even think that the Artsy is actually meant to be necessarily a shoulder bag. I know people carry it on their shoulder. You carry it however you want to. But I'm just saying that if you choose to carry it on your shoulder, just know you can't get into it from your shoulder. You're going to have to bring it down to your elbow, or, you know, to the crook of your arm, and then, or you're going to have to put it down on a table. So if it's like this, I can get into it with no trouble. But I just remember that it was kind of a pain. Okay, so one last thing. I just grabbed the jacket that was closest to me upstairs, and it was this leather coat that I have. And so I wanted you to see that it'll fit, you know, like over my, what do you call it? My sleeves. Okay, so do y'all know that this jacket, this was my very first gift for my husband in 2000. It's 20 something years old. Can you believe that? No, 20. Yeah, 20 years old. So see, like, it fits right here with no problem. Okay, if I want to throw it up on my shoulder, if I need to be hands-free, well, kinda. It's kind of a pain. You can do it. You can do it. If you need to be hands-free, you gotta get other stuff, you need to throw it up here, you can do that. And so this is just a regular leather coat. It's got the thinsulate, so it's not super bulky like my parka. But I just wanted to show you that you could, you know, if you needed to, get over your shoulder, no trouble. So anyway, again, this is the Artsy. Super cute bag. I still, even doing this review, I go back and forth, you know, like, do I like it? Do I want to give it another try? I don't know. For right now, I'm pretty content with my Torres, and, you know, I got the All-In PM recently and some other bag, and so I'm kind of set right now, but I don't know. I might have to give her another chance. Anyway, I hope this is helpful, and I'll be talking to y'all real soon. Okay, bye!